Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Stories Hub. Today, we continue our epic journey with part 2 of this 7-part series. The forest is a place of brutal laws and deep loyalties. If you missed the first chapter, make sure to watch it to understand how this legend began. Now, let's dive back into the wild. While the pups slept peacefully, the mother wolf began biting off thick branches to block the entrance of their den. It was a calculated move. Caution was her greatest ally. Her children were growing rapidly. Soon, they would need more than just milk. They needed the strength that only meat could provide. For now, the wounded wolves were nowhere to be seen, likely suffering in the shadows of hunger and pain. Meanwhile, Chair, the resilient warrior, returned to the den with his companions. They were heavy with the weight of wild boar meat, having eaten their fill and carried back as much as they could. Chair shared a portion with the mother wolf and looked after the wounded. The great leader, Sardor, led his pack back through the white, snow-covered valley. He was careful, knowing that enemies could be tracking their scent. This valley was the lifeblood of the forest, providing water all year round, though in the summer its currents were deadly enough to sweep away the strongest predator. Sardor looked at the water and remembered his own youth, how he had nearly drowned and how his mother had risked everything, diving into the freezing torrent to pull him out by the neck. By dawn, the pack was exhausted. They retreated into the deep forest. Sardor's wound began to burn with an agonizing intensity. He barely had the strength left to drag his share of the meat. After reaching the safety of the trees, they finally rested and ate. However, peace was short-lived. While Sardor lay weakened, the greedy and lawless members of the pack began to rebel. They ignored all orders, digging up hidden meat reserves and feasting without shame. Chair tried to maintain order and eventually drove the traitors away. When Sardor learned of this, he was troubled. "I have suffered to keep this family together," he told Chair sternly. "If we do not remain united, we will shatter. Unity is our only victory." But the seeds of betrayal had been sown. The banished wolves, led by a cunning wolf named Crooked Ear, encountered the rival black wolf pack. To save his own life, Crooked Ear committed the ultimate sin. He revealed Sardor's weakness and the location of his pups. The black wolf leader, sensing an opportunity to wipe out his rival's bloodline, gathered a massive force of 30 warriors and followed the scent. Sardor, though wounded, prepared for the inevitable. He sent the mother wolf and the pups to the thickets of her youth for safety. The battle that followed was legendary and tragic. Under a massive birch tree, 20 wolves stood against 30. The white snow turned a deep crimson. Sardor fought with the heart of a lion, but he was overwhelmed by numbers. In the heat of the chaos, the black wolf delivered a fatal blow to Sardor's throat. Chair, too, fought until his last breath, dying like a hero with his teeth locked onto an enemy's neck. The mother wolf was left alone. She had lost her mate, her leader, and her sister, Zakcha, but she had her children. For months she hid them in the thickets, raising them on small prey and teaching them the art of silence. Among her 7 children, one stood out, the princess, the only daughter among 6 brothers. As the seasons turned from the harsh winter to the queen of seasons spring, and then back to the biting cold of a new winter, the pups grew. They were no longer helpless. Chubby was the wise one, Seeker was the scout, and Brave was the warrior. The mother wolf knew they couldn't hide forever. She told them the truth about their father's death and the fall of their pack. "If you wish to reclaim your home and take revenge on those who destroyed our family, you must follow me," she declared.
Driven by her words, the young wolves followed her into the high, jagged mountains. It was a new world for them. They learned to hunt, to climb, and to survive in the clouds. They even found an unexpected ally, a golden eagle family, after the mother wolf rescued a fallen chick from a pack of jackals. Now, as the snow begins to melt once more, the young wolves are growing stronger, and the fire of revenge is burning in their hearts. But the mountains hold secrets of their own. Thank you all for listening to this second chapter of our story. The path to revenge is long, and the mother wolf's journey is only beginning. What will happen to the young wolves in the mountains? Find out in part 3. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.